So first of all, for cracking Wi-Fi routers, you will need a specific wireless adapter, and which is kalilinux compatible and it supports monitor mode and injection mode. So this is very important that we can crack Wi-Fi passwords by this functionality. Else you cannot actually hack into, or like let's say more specifically, crack a router, because you cannot inject packets or monitor and look at the traffic. First technique how to crack a Wi-Fi password from router. So first of all, if you plugged in your wireless adapter, you need to connect it by the virtual machine like this. And now if you have connected it, you go to your terminal and you log in as your root, or like let's say administrator. And then you write aircrack-ng check kill, which kills all the interferences with your wireless adapter. And then you make clear, and you write ipconfig, and as you can see, this is your wireless adapter. It's mostly WLAN 0, so you need to set it into monitor mode. So aircrack-ng start WLAN 0. Okay, now if you write again ipconfig, you can see that the wireless adapter is in the monitor mode. So let's clear this one, and now we will try to sniff out the wireless traffic and find the router. Arrow dump ng WLAN. This is the tool you use for it. WLAN 0 mon, and you just leave it like this. Okay, as you see here, SSID is the name of the routers, and this is the MAC address of the routers, BSSID, and this is the channel of the routers. And this is the encryption form and everything else. So let's stop this one, and now we are gonna choose this router to crack. So how do we do it? We need to specify in the arrow dump ng WLAN 0 mon the BSSID, the MAC address, as you can see here. Then we also need to specify the name of the router, which is this one, and also the channel of the router, which is this one. And then we also capture the package, so we can capture the handshake which is used to crack the password of the router. And you just leave it running like this. Okay, now we need to send a packet to inject inside the router, and then we can get a handshake which we then can crack the Wi-Fi password. So for this we use it to airplay-ng, the authentication 0, and BSS ID. We need to write the BSS ID, the router MAC address, and then we write the client MAC address. The clients are like the phone, computers, and devices inside the router that are connected inside. So I will choose this one for it. And then you write WLAN 0 mon, the wireless adapter that you put into monitor mode, basically. And now it will send packets to authenticate. And if there's a handshake, then you successfully injected. And as you guys can see, here's the handshake. And now we can stop all of it. And now we will clear this one, close this one. And then we use a tool called aircrack-ng. But first of all, we need to see the directory of the cap file, of the capture file that we specified the handshake, where it is inside. So we will do aircrack-ng, and then we specify the cap file, the handshake file, and then we use the word list. I basically specified a word list already that is used for the Wi-Fi, but you can specify any word list specific for routers. Most routers, they start with numeric values, starting with 8 digits until to like 12 digits or more. It depends how the owner set it up, but I will use my specific basic password list. And then we hit enter, and boom, as you can see here, we have the password Drachenkriegerlord. So now, how can you connect it to Wi-Fi, right? So you clear this one, you make airmon-ng, stop WLAN 0 mon, you stop the monitor mode of the wireless adapter, right? You make clear, then you make network manager, you turn on the network manager to connect to the Wi-Fi. And now you just wait. And you just can see here, the Wi-Fi network here. I can try to connect, and I have the password as before, if you remembered. So we go here, and then we write, sorry, we'll show how it looks. Drachenkrieger Lord. So if you connect, this is the correct password that we got, right? If you connect, and as you can see here, we have the Wi-Fi password, so we can test it out by going to Firefox. And we go to Google. And as you can see, we have Wi-Fi connection, internet. I'm going to show you guys how to crack the Wi-Fi hash cap file faster. And as you know, we have the cap file already saved on our home directory or the system. And for this technique that we can crack it faster, we will use a tool called hashcat. But we will first need to convert the cap file to a different format for the tool to be able to crack it. So let's talk less and start. So now we need to browse it, and you need to find the cap file that we created in the video beforehand. Open, convert it, you download it, you close the virtual machine, you drag the Handshake outside here. Well, as I already did here, I also renamed it to Handshake, and also have a password list which we will use to crack the password. But we need to put this inside the hashcat tool here. But we first need to download the hashcat tool. So you go here on this website, you download the binaries here. As you see, I already downloaded it, so you just need to open it. And you just drag this file on your desktop. And as you see, the folder is already in my desktop here. So what you do is drag this inside. And then you open this one. You open the terminal. You write directory. As you see here, there's the executable tool. And there's the Handshake file. And then here's the password list, right? So how do we execute it or specify the modification to crack it? So we specify like this, hashcat.exe, attack mode 0, numeric value of the hash file, which is also named here. So we make this numeric value, and also now we specify the handshake, which is this one. And now we specify the password list, which is this one, and then we specify show. So it will show the password if it's cracking in the process, basically. And as you guys see here, that's the password. That's the password of it. That's the router name, and that's the MAC address of the router. And there's some hash file, numeric values, and some other things. But anyways, as you see here, that's the password that we get, and we successfully cracked it. This method is much quicker and it's more efficiently because it uses more of the hardware power, as this Windows system is the main operating system, and the resources used from it are much stronger and much quicker. So to crack any hashes, you can use hashcat because it also supports GPU, CPU, and well, it just makes your cracking much more easy.